Oh no, I don't stomp. I might get a little like. Okay. This here on 3. 1, 2. What's up, y'all? This is Caleb James, Houston country singer and songwriter. We're here at KPFT doing this special series. You're listening to the Houston Collective, and I'm going to play my first song for you. Hope y'all are ready. She told me sometimes I wonder if you still love me. When I see you, you don't look at me the same. I've been buying all these dresses and these high heels, but I can't get you to look my way. Well, baby, one thing you don't know about what you mean to me is I'd give up on my dreams just to see you smile. There's a million ways to express, girl, what you mean to me, but to name them all, it'd take me all my life. From the moment that we met, from the time of our first kiss, from the way you held my hand so sweet like no one ever did. These are just a few things to take me back in time and remind you what you do to me, girl, just with that sweet smile. A few things in case that you forget, I still look at you like the day that I fell for you. And these are just a few things. I realize I should do more picking of them flowers, a little less picking on this old guitar. You know I love seeing you in that black dress and them high heels, but nothing beats you in those blue jeans and sunsets on our front porch. These are just a few things to take me back in time and remind you what you do to me, girl, just with that sweet smile. Few things in case that you forget, I still look at you like the day that I fell for you. And these are just a few things. These are just a few things to take me back in time. I still look at you like the day that I fell for you. Yeah, these are just a few things.
All right, you're listening to KPFT Sessions from the Houston Collective here on 90.1 KPFT Houston, 89.5 in Galveston, and 91.9 in Huntsville. With us right now is Caleb James, and as always, our audio superstar Blue and our host superstar Messiah. What's up, dude?
Superstar. I don't know. What's up? Doing good. I'm holding a mic, so it's all up in it right now. But yeah, that was Caleb James. Welcome to the KPFT Sessions. Dude, what was that first song?
That was called Just a Few Things. That was my very first single that are actually coming up on a year anniversary on this coming Thursday.
Your first single? Does that mean you've only been playing for a year?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I've been doing this about 6-7 years.
Okay. And then so you just started putting stuff out this year?
Right,
Oh,
right.
got it. Yeah. And so what was like, tell us your history. How did you get into country music or music in general?
Yeah, so music in general, man. It just runs deep within me. My dad used to sing. I grew up. I'm singing since I could talk. Like 3 or 4. And
Now I could see you.
now you can see. All right, cool. We locked in. And so I just grew up singing, man. And then in high school, I got really in. Nobody knows this, to like Broadway and stuff like that. I was in choir, all that stuff. So that kind of like gave me a different aspect to my music knowledge. And then as far as country music, when I turned 19, because I grew up hating it, which is funny.
Considering where we're both from, yes, I agree. Yeah.
Right. But then I heard this song called "This Ain't Nothing" by Craig Morgan, and the story that man told in that song, I don't know if I was just going through something at the time, but I was like, yo, that's real. Like, that's some real talk. And so I started listening to him, and then I started listening to this guy called Chris Young. He had some more real music, and it just kind of turned into like, yo, like country is where it's at.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get to that point now because like you said, I couldn't stand it back in the day, but now it's like now that I'm in Texas and hearing it more and hearing the stories behind, I'm like, you know what, there's something here,
Right?
There's something here that's like,
For real.
yo, what's going on? So before when you were hating on country music, what kind of music were you playing, or were you just not playing music?
No, so man, I was doing R&B. I used to rap a little, but I never called myself a rapper. It was just like a hobby to get stuff off my mind, But mostly R&B, soul, like all that stuff.
Okay, because I was gonna say I hear a little bit of that.
Yeah, I try to throw a little in there.
Yeah, I also hear a little bit of Oakland in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. It's just the guitar that throws it off. What's up, Rico?
I'm just thinking, you Californians are weird.
We're all still recovering, right? Or do you consider yourself a Texan now?
Honestly, because my grandpa's from here, I kind of never fit in Cali. That was part of my issue, because I was always outdoorsy. I always loved horses, even when I was hating on country music. I was still doing like that stuff, going to rodeos. So I don't know. I'm just country, man. I'm not Californian. I'm not Texan. I'm just country. I'm just a cowboy.
Yeah, see, Rico, we're regular people.
Well, I mean, he's got for our listeners who can't see, he's got a cowboy hat on. He's got a vest. He's got the Columbia. He's got the big old buckle and the boots. No, just playing. I don't know if he's got all that going on, but
He does have the hat on.
yeah, he does have a cowboy hat. But we welcome any and all Californians. Come on down.
I know, seeing that. Here, you know what?
Got to represent.
Let's
Uh-oh.
make sure.
Messiah's trying to get.
Marshall Falcon one. So let me represent a Texas artist also.
There we go.
Yeah. So what do you have next for us?
So next, I got this song called "You Ain't No Cowboy." This was actually my second single that I released. Y'all ready for it?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can click your boots 3 times and go back to Nashville, 'cause there ain't no place down in Texas that you gon' like. 'Cause down here we build houses, saddle up and work hard every day, trying to keep alive the very thing that y'all keep wishing away. I ain't gotta put these boots on just to hear you say what you think a cowboy's supposed to be. And I bet if you tried on these old Ariats, you might not like the feeling that they bring. 'Cause down here in Texas we got dirt covering all our hands, from roping and hammering nails all day long. We still hang our hat on the handshake of a man, not in the saddle with fancy diamond rings. You ain't no cowboy. Bet you got the hat at Buc-ee's when you rolled into town, and your fancy Tesla or whatever you call that thing. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, down here we drive lifted pickup trucks do all the things that y'all dream about. In your songs, that is. 'Cause down here in Texas, we got dirt covering all our hands, from roping and hammering nails all day long. We still hang our hat on the handshake of a man, not in the saddle with fancy diamond rings. You ain't no cowboy. Come on. 'Cause down here in Texas, we got dirt covering all our hands, from roping and hammering nails all day long. We still hang our hat on the handshake of a man, not in the saddle with fancy diamond rings. You ain't no cowboys. You ain't no cowboy. Come on.
Woo. No, I'm definitely not a cowboy. I don't mind.
Does that make you want to feel like a cowboy? Do you?
It did make me feel like cowboy, but after hearing him say dirt on your hands, I was like, nope.
I'm out.
No. It's like, oh, let me wash my hands again.
No, that was actually a diss track I made for some people.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds, yeah.
I was getting that feeling, kind of like it was almost like a screw you from you to the people who. You know what? Don't worry about it.
Pretty much.
You guys are laughing at me now.
No, dude. I think that like diss tracks with such fun energy is great. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, if they don't know it's a diss track, it's even better.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be singing along.
Yeah, you know the song's about you, right?
Exactly.
Well, so that brings me to like my next line of questions. So like when you write songs, I would assume are they mainly from personal experience?
Yeah, well, actually, all of mine are. Even though they're not like just a few things. The first one I sang, that wasn't my experience, but I had a buddy come over asking for like relationship advice, right? So I'll get them from other places, or I've been sitting at the bar having a beer and overheard somebody's conversation just sitting there, and I've gotten songs from that, you know. But you know, all of mine come from secondhand stuff.
So like when you write a song about other people or other people's experiences, do you tell them, be like, yo, this song's about you?
Sometimes I do. Like a lot of the time it's funny because they'll hear it and then they'll be like, did you write that about me? I'll be like, yeah, man. But most of the time people don't care, you know. If it's like somebody I don't know, I'll usually ask, you know, but most of the time I just write, man. It's art to me. It's like, that'd be like asking somebody, you know, sitting at the park, you know, and you go home and paint them or something, you know?
Right.
So it's just art to me.
Oh, okay. So like, how long does the writing process work for you? Do you write the guitar first, or do you have like the melody in mind? Be like, oh, okay, I'm sitting at a bar having, it's like, ooh, you know what? That riff that I wrote would work with this. Like, how does that work for you?
So kind of both, honestly. Sometimes I'm just sitting there practicing guitar, and something will come, right? Like out of thin air. But then I've had other times where I've been literally sitting at a restaurant having lunch, no guitar, no music playing, nothing. And I've gotten an idea and I've written a song in like 15 minutes on a napkin.
Oh, wow.
Right. But then I've had others where it's taken me like 6 months and I've had to write it in parts because the inspiration comes from different places, you know? It just depends on kind of where my juices are flowing at that time, so to speak.
So like with the 6 month writing process, I would imagine, because it's getting pulled from other different experiences, once it's written out, are you looking at it and be like, we need to rearrange a lot of this?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and a lot of time it'll be on stage, like, or at practice when we're putting it together. I do that. My band hates me for that, but I'll just switch stuff up.
So when you switch stuff up on the stage, like what kind of cues are you giving to your band? Like,
man, I can't be giving you my secrets.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
No, I got you. So you'll see me it depends on what it is. Like, say you got like a hyper energetic crowd that night, right?
Mhm.
And if they're feeling it, you want to hit a lot more like those cuts, you know?
Mhm.
So you'll see me stomp a lot. Bow, bow.
Ah.
You know, if I'm stomping, I'm telling the drummer, which is telling everybody else, get ready for a dun dun, you know? Or if I go like this, that means loop that verse one more time or loop that chorus one more time. They're into it. They're singing it, you know? So it's different little things, man.
That's pretty cool. Like on stage, chemistry is always something I always look out for and be like, I know these songs, but I wonder what's different that's gonna happen. I'm like,
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, I see the hand signal. I don't know. I love that because it's always trying to learn something like that, especially on like a shoot where we can't really communicate. Because it's not like you can be in front of like on the stage and be like, all right, we're gonna do this one this
Right.
way. Remember how we did it with that? Yeah. No. I think that's pretty cool. But so with that said, do you have to have like a real tight knit band to get these cues, or
Oh,
do you
yes.
practice them?
No, you have to have a tight knit band. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just there's no other way to do it.
So how long have you been playing with your current band to know these little silent cues and stuff like that?
So I have 2 bands that I play with. One I've been playing with for about 3 years, 4 years, 3 years. The other one I've been playing with about a year now. But we're both I'm pretty just as tight with each set of them, you know. I'd feel confident walking on a stage and just doing a set with both bands. No practice.
So wait, you have 2 bands?
I do.
Oh, tell us about that. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I thought you only. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
2 bands.
Well, in the world of music, until you're like really doing big stadiums and stuff, a lot of these guys are musicians full time. You know what I mean? So they gotta feed their family. So sometimes I'll have somebody who's booked with playing something else. So you want to be able to kind of pick and pull and have an arsenal of guys you trust that know the music, the way you play it, you know, that you can plug and pull and all that good stuff.
Oh, got it. Okay, I thought you had like 2 separate bands that you're writing 2 separate kinds of music for.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Two different groups of guys I play with at different
But it's
shows.
all under the same umbrella.
Same thing,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Now I'm starting to get it. I was like, wait
My
a minute.
bad.
Whoa. No. You're good. I was like, oh man. So like, what's your other bands out? But okay. So like, so do you prefer doing solo stuff or with the band?
With the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Ah,
with the band, you'll hardly ever see me with a guitar.
really?
I just like to be up there and let them do their job because they're better at it than me. I don't mind saying that when
Mhm.
it comes to instrument. And I'm a singer and a performer, so I like interacting with the crowd, interacting with them. You know, that's my bread and butter. Now, can I do the solo stuff? Absolutely, but I prefer the band.
Oh, that's true. Oh, what's up?
Oh, I just had a question, but I'll let you finish your thought.
It's already gone.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to know, what's the story behind your guitar strap?
I was
You mean the
actually
name?
looking at that too.
It says Mookie for those of you who can't see.
So this is what my dad used to call me. He passed now. Well, my whole family really. But there was this movie back, you know, Superfly.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's the mama, he's the daddy, he's the brother in the caddy. You know, he's the pusher man. It was on the soundtrack. And when I was little, I used to say, he's the mama, he's the daddy, he's the swimmer and the fatty. That's the Mookie man.
The Mookie
Right?
man.
I don't know where I got it from. And so from the first time I said that, my family called me the Mookie man.
Dang.
And then with the strap, I actually won this in a songwriting competition. My first one I ever won. And they asked what name, and I was like, I'm gonna put Mookie on there, you know, just as a family emblem type thing.
Nice.
Yeah, no. I was reading. I was like, does that say cookie? I was like, oh no, I see the M
Hey,
on
man,
there.
I know I'm big, but
No.
Oh, man. Well, I didn't want to read it wrong either and read
Yeah.
Smokey. You know?
I know that's what I'm saying.
Who's Smokey?
Smokey? Yeah.
Right.
Smokey? Dude, so that's kind of a trip so when you're with a full band, you have no instruments. You're just
I will sometimes.
Oh really?
You know, I leave it on the stage, you know,
Just
but
in case.
just in case.
Oh.
Because sometimes I will be like, you know, this is grooving. I'll pick it up in the middle of a song and go. But the guys I play with are just so good, man, that I taught myself guitar during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I have people that are that good on stage, it's just easier for me to be up there just singing, honestly. You know, but I can do it.
Okay.
But it's just like why, you know?
Well, so
Amen.
Yeah, no. Well, that's crazy that you've only played. So you've only been playing guitar for a little. What? Oh, I don't know. How long was COVID ago?
3-4 years.
4 years. Yeah, coming on 5 years. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that is crazy. Oh man. Oh, so then let's get back to like the songwriting process. So then, like, before COVID, were you just humming along to like a melody in your head and then
Literally.
writing?
Literally.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dude, see, it's like that stuff like blows my mind because I don't write songs nor can I come up with melodies. So it's like, what? How does that even work?
You can't dance either.
No, I can't. No. I have no rhythm. No rhythm.
No, you have rhythm. You just have those type. It doesn't matter.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, I do have no rhythm.
How do you dance?
I think I dance pretty good. I haven't got no complaints.
Yeah.
Hey,
Do you go stupid doo doo dumb? Oh,
I can't.
What? Do you know about the hyphy movement back there?
The hyphy. Oh my god. Yeah, this is derailing. Let's. What do you?
It's not for us.
Right. I ain't got none, but I'm planning on growing some.
See? Oh, what? No,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
We know what we're talking about. You guys don't? No.
Is it an Oakland thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what song do you have for us next?
All right, man. This one here is called "Grow Up to Be Cowboys." It's one of my favorite songs that I've written, and I wrote it about a year ago now.
Ooh.
So, Mamas, please let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Let them learn to pick guitars and work with both their hands. 'Cause the way the world's going, I just don't know if we can go any longer with what we seem to consider a grown man. Let them learn to drive them old trucks, or ride that old horse, swing their loop long and fix on a fence. How to drive them old cattle or get up on the line, making sure the bills are paid again. Mamas, please let your babies grow up to be cowboys. You may not know him or think that you'll ever understand if you have his heart, but a cowboy'll show you if he wants to be your man. There won't be a doubt. He may pull over random on the side of the road 'cause he sees your favorite flowers, just to make sure you know that you're on his mind. Yeah, he'll drive that old truck, ride that old horse, swing his loop long and fix on a fence. Yeah, he'll drive them old cattle or get up on the lines, making sure the bills are paid again. Mamas, please let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Yeah, they'll drive them old trucks and ride that old horse, swing their loop long and fix on a fence. Yeah, they'll drive them old cattle or get up on the line, making sure the bills are paid again. Mamas, please let your babies grow up to be cowboys. babies grow up to be cowboys.
Woo! I haven't said that in a while.
All right, fine.
That was good though.
Thank you.
Dude, I love the style that you got going on
Thank
here,
you.
dude. Yeah, no, it's like not as twangy as that I remember country sounding like when I was growing up and hating on it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But
Yeah.
speaking of memory, it does sound very nostalgic, you know, kind of like a longing for something very far away.
It's
Appreciate
definitely- Is it California? No, I'm just kidding.
It's definitely not.
No, it's definitely not. Either.
Unless it's our super burrito.
Yeah. No, see, all right. Well, I know we're getting off track, but you guys got to try a California
You got
burrito.
to. You got to.
Dude, it's so good.
Not the ones with the French fries.
No,
Not the ones with the French fries. just-
please,
just the
please
way-
explain.
Just the taste is. It's different parts of the country in Mexico, so the way they cook it is a little different. You know, so it's not Tex-Mex. That's the best way I could explain it.
So when did you know that you were a cowboy?
That's a good question. I think it really started to hit me probably like 19, 20 years old. Because my grandpa on my mom's side was one. And I always knew that, but I didn't really know him. Like, he wasn't around like that. But like I said, I was just always fascinated with horses, even ranching, working with our hands. We grew up a blue-collar family, you know, so building your own house, stuff like that. So it kind of made sense to me at that time. When I started getting into country music, it kind of started to click as to why I was into all that stuff, you know? And it just kind of made sense to me, and it was comfortable. You know, I wasn't meant to be like hood or, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know, whatever other people usually depict us as. You know, this is me. This is how I'm comfortable, whether I'm, you know, in Oakland or in Texas or in Paris. You know, this is Caleb.
Cool.
So did you have horses in Oakland?
I did not, but there is
Okay.
a whole group of people that rodeo and trail ride and everything right there in Oakland.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. There's like an equestrian center, like
Mhm.
hidden in the woods, in
Yep.
the hills somewhere over there. And then, we were like doing some jogging. I was like, oh my God, there's horses here. Where did this come from? Yeah, no, but I didn't. But they're more like the show horse people rather than. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I stayed away.
the ranchers are more like down, like kind of where I was living at the time in Modesto,
Mhm.
Manteca, near all those dairies. You know, that's where you're gonna find more of the ranchers, the actual cowboys.
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
like further inland, because I was in Oakley and Brentwood and like
Yeah,
Knightston.
there's
and all
not
that.
many there, but
No.
there are some. There
Yeah,
are some.
it's that. They're all like fishermen out there, if anything. But,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, ooh.
It's about time that we finish the show. Whoa.
I was shushing someone. I wasn't gonna say nothing else.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for listening to 90.1 KPFT Houston, 89.5 in Galveston, 91.9 in Huntsville, anywhere live or on the archive at kpft.org. With us was Caleb James. And up next, we have a little bit of an exclusive that you don't get to see unless you check us out on the other stuff.
Well, they're not gonna see it on here anyway because this is radio.
See ya. Bye.
All right, so let me.
He just crushed all their dreams.
Hey, I know. Hey, what's up? We're back, and this is the only YouTube exclusive portion, but we're gonna be it's more of a sneaky peeky. So, Caleb James, what do you have for this early release sneak peek YouTube exclusive track?
All right, so this is I'm not gonna say it's my favorite song I've written, but this is the song that's most special to me. This song right here is called Jukebox. Been coming to this same old bar for 10 plus years, and And every night the music's been the same. But tonight I was sitting on that bar stool. George came on, then some pride and a little hang. But there was this old boy that walked in here, and I could tell that he had something on his mind. So I bought him a drink, pulled him up a seat. He told me 10 years ago he'd lost the love of his life. Then he made eyes with that old jukebox. Said that's where I used to play our song. So I gave him $1, told him put a couple on. And for the first time in 10 years, everyone was drinking and singing along. Yeah, the neon moon was bright that night. Just to see her smile again, he'd give his life. Told me he was so lonesome that he only cried. But as long as he didn't close his eyes, the jukebox brought her back to life. He said, I still remember seeing her the first time back in '79. She was sitting in that seat you're in right there. No, don't get up, friend, it's just that I can't get these dang memories out in my head. He said, I wish I had one more time, just to tell her how I feel. 'Cause the way she had to say goodbye left a hole that only our songs could fill. Yeah, the neon moon was bright that night. Just to see her smile again, he'd give his life. Told me he was so lonesome that he only cried. But as long as he didn't close his eyes, the jukebox brought her back to life.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that. That was Jukebox by Caleb James. Real quick question, maybe even 2 or 3. Are you a narrator in your songs or an observer?
That is a really good question nobody's ever asked. An observer.
An observer?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It kind of sounds that way because it's almost like you're giving advice to other wandering strangers.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got.
No, I love the. Yeah. Yeah, no, dude, I love how he always comes up with the smarter questions. I'm just more of like, I guess, comedic relief.
Hey, ask him why it's so important to him or special.
Why is it so important to you or special?
Great question. No.
I try to come up with great questions every once in a while.
Oh man, my mom passed when I was about 14. So it was me and my pops for a long time. And riding in the car, like I said, music was special to him too. But riding in the car sometimes, he never said anything, but when like their wedding song came on, I could always see he was back in some memory with her. He would just kind of zone out. And then he passed in 2018, and a couple years after that, I started learning guitar, right? And then I was sitting there just kind of missing him one day, going through the emotions, and I thought about him, thinking about her with that song and how it had to be like he was in that moment, and that's where I got the idea for Jukebox.
I mean, that definitely comes across. So, ooh, man, that's I like that. Yeah.
Deeper reason than you thought it'd be.
Well, get out of here. No, I mean, well, that's like, thinking about memories and stuff like that is just like, man, I wish I could write songs, but I don't. And I just keep them in my head.
Yeah, we don't like our memories around here. Don't know what that means. But in any case, Caleb, do you have anything you want to promote? Any shows, any socials, websites, bands?
Where can we find you?
Thank you. So TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, The Real Caleb James. Caleb is spelled with a C, all one word. I have a big show, y'all, coming up this Thursday, the 27th. It's called Big Thursday. All right, so there you have the trail ride groups that ride in from miles out for the Houston Rodeo. This is the last stop and the biggest party of that trail ride. So there'll be thousands of people there. Come out, check us out. It's the first time there's ever been a country band. It's always Zydeco. So we're literally going to be making history at this dance. So please come check us out, support us.
And that's this Thursday, right?
This coming Thursday, February 27th.
All right, I have a silly question. What the frick is a Zydeco? I mean, I've heard it being in the South. Dude, I don't know. Like, people explained it to me, but I'm still like, I don't know.
How could I explain it?
Yeah, exactly. See?
So Zydeco, they talking about country stuff. To me, it's country music. It's a form of country music, but it's like Louisiana. So you have like the accordion, the washboard, the drums is kicking, the bass. You just got to hear it, bro.
Well, I've heard. Okay, so I think that's where I get messed up because I thought Zydeco was an instrument,
okay.
not a genre of music.
Okay.
Well,
genre of music.
That makes it much mo better.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know. See this? That with me.
He was shaking his head.
Yeah. All right. So. We got all your your socials and all that. Any other? Is that the only show you have coming up? The Thursday one?
That's the biggest one. We will be in and out of like the barbecue cook-off and all of that. But that's the one. If people would like to support, that one's gonna mean a lot. Cause like I said, it literally is history because this dance that we're gonna be playing at has been going on for more than 20 years, every year. So, and it's the first time there's a country band, which they play country music all the time. They've just never had nobody come and do it live. So
no, I think that's a trip that something rodeo is not
right.
Yeah. Well,
thanks for joining us, man.
Thank y'all for having me. No, really, I really appreciate it.
No problem. And no, it's cool. it's the extra coffee today that's getting me weird. Thanks, Caleb.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Well, do you have any final words, Rico, before we...
Use your damn blinker and don't throw things outside of your car.
Can't argue with that.
Wise advice.
Yeah, very wise advice. Well, with that note, goodbye.